You know, I'm getting right fed up with the attitude of the so-called leaders of this country. They show a blatant disregard for us in favour of the newcomers to England. Everything is caving in around us, and still they continue to send money, your money, mind you, your hard-earned money, to just about everywhere in the world. Everybody can have your money except us. We've got ex-servicemen and women living rough on the streets because of a lack of housing. Crazy. We've got pensioners who are worried about paying their bills, especially heating bills during the winter. We've got children unable to have enough food because their families are on the breadline and having to use food banks while we're sending money away to different countries. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Inadequate housing for their needs. Others being forced to leave their family homes, which they've raised their families in, because of the unjust and unfair bedroom tax. Yet for those immigrants, we can find houses worth hundreds of thousands of pounds, which you subsidise. Yeah, you got it with your taxes. Unscrupulous landlords charging ridiculously crazy high rents for properties which ain't fit for people to live in. Our servicemen and women being made redundant just before they finish their service to their country, and that service was to keep us safe. And it's just so they can rob them of their pension rights. At the same time as we're doing that, mosques are being subsidised by the Lunny left councils. Hate preachers are allowed to preach their hatred openly against us. Yet we know if we speak out, we end up facing a two-tier legal system, which has been instructed to deny us true justice and fairness before the courts. We know that's true because we've got patriots rotting away just for minor offences. I wonder at times if the twats want to force us into open revolt on the streets. I do wonder. But we need to continue in our protest regardless of the cost to ourselves. And sometimes I know that cost can be immense. People have lost jobs, been vilified, and so-called friends and family have walked away from them. Just because they swallowed the lies from the left, the loony left, who have called us, racist, Nazis, and fascists for so long, people are starting to believe it. And yet, if it wasn't for the EDL, child grooming, female genital mutilation, underage marriage, honour attacks, halal food, all things which are being talked about now by government, would just be ignored. We've done that. The EDL's done that. I understand why so many people have stepped away. It's difficult. The fight is difficult. But I beg you now, please come back. Take the pain of ignorance from those who have yet to wake up to the truth about what's going on in Great Britain today. Never have you been needed more. More and more people are coming forward and asking us for help. And with your help, we can force a change in government policy. The alternative does not bear thinking about. The alternative is everything that you've considered wonderful in your life here in Britain will be gone. Your children, your grandchildren will pay a price far harder than you can possibly imagine. If you don't stand up now, not tomorrow, but now, you will sentence them to have to fight street by street, right to the death in this country, to reclaim what was theirs. Think I'm exaggerating? You're wrong. Look around the world and see the murder committed in the name of Allah. Don't be fooled by the Muslim you think you know down the road in the corner shop or the off licence. Why is he not out on the street screaming, "You can't do this, not in my name"? The answer is simple. Deep down, he wants the same as them. Control. Control over the very air you breathe. Control to dominate you. Control over every aspect of your life. Your daughters behind the veil and bowing down to the will of Allah. Your life literally in His hands, where you become a second-class citizen in your own country. There is no more time. Come back. The time is now. Come back and say, this is my home, my country. Like it or leave it. The choice is that simple. Make those ministers who are supposed to govern for the good of all of us and not just the chosen few do the job you elected them to do. And if they fail, vote them out of office. Demand those who take their place take action against mass immigration, which the traitorous Labour Party started and which has been continuing under the Tories. Demand firm action against those who preach hatred against us. A closure of all the mosques, madrasas, and the so-called Islamic learning centres. Make this country what it once was, a country fit for heroes. Please come back. We need you now. Thank you and good night.